how I saved my buyer client's deal by taming a very hostile and overdramatic listing agent who were sending me threatening messages like this all weekend long, starting last Friday, by having a sincere and heart-to-heart conversation, which lasted 30 minutes. Here's the story. We went from this and this and this to this message at the end of the conversation. So we are now best friends and going out after we close the deal. I am under contract with one of my buyers. I was away for 10 days and we did inspections while I was away. Replacement agents doing this for me. I was in touch with my clients. We went through the report. We sent all the requests, post-inspection requests to the attorneys. And this agent got so upset because apparently her client, who is the seller, is telling her that he's going to do this and this and this from the list, but he's not doing anything else because supposedly the house was being sold as is. Just for information, every house in New Jersey is being sold as is. You're not going to rip out the walls only because the buyer doesn't like them. The house comes as is, right? So even if it states in the MLS, like she pointed out, that the house was listed and sold as is, it doesn't mean, number one, that it cannot be changed during attorney review, which in this case it did, because our attorney put a new paragraph in the contract regarding the fireplace and the chimney inspection and possible potential post-inspection repair requests on behalf of my clients. So that was number one. That's why we placed it in the post-inspection letter. And number two, even if the house is being sold as is and the attorney review letter stipulates that the buyer still has the right to do the inspection, they can do any kind of inspection they want to, and they can request anything they want to. Doesn't mean that the seller has to agree to this, which the other agent, as she says, she's a veteran agent doing this for, I don't know, 20 something years. She got very upset. It's like something triggered this letter requesting all those repairs and the money, the credits for the repair. Just did something in her that I didn't like. But I was very polite responding to her emails. She knew I was coming back from Alaska all day Saturday, half of Sunday. And I told her, listen, my clients are going to think about it, what you wrote. Number one, when you look at the message that she sent me, she says that her client is not going to talk to his attorney about these issues because he charges him too much money to represent him. I mean, hello, at this stage of the game, everything has to go through the attorneys. Seller and buyer attorneys have to sign on everything. Yes, we can negotiate. I can negotiate with the agent, and my clients can negotiate through me with the listing agent, and we can go back and forth as many times as possible. However, the final word is always in the email, in writing, by attorneys, right? I told her on Friday, my clients are very busy taking care of their sick parents, to talk to the attorney on Monday morning to confirm everything, so just give us time. No, she knew I was on the plane for like 16 hours. She was texting me and calling me and sending those threatening messages. We're gonna kill the deal. We are gonna cancel the deal. They're gonna be taken to court. The seller's gonna sue the buyers. I'm like, lady, chill out. But I knew something was wrong because it hit the wrong button, right? So I knew there was something deeper with this agent. So finally, when I was responding to her, just give me some more time. My clients are still thinking about it. They're busy at work, whatever. She was so impatient and threatening and so overdramatic. You have to keep your emotions at stray in real estate. You cannot show your emotions like that. Finally, I picked up the phone and I'm like, listen, we're gonna make this deal happen. Just please calm down. And I started talking to her, telling her that, you know, if I tell her that my clients are thinking about it, nothing is gonna change over the weekend because the attorney cannot be reached at that time. The deal is not gonna fall through because there is nobody to sign over the cancellation anyway because the attorneys are not working. So then she started revealing a little bit more information about the client. It's a difficult client. He's an older person and whatnot. I understand I have to work with difficult clients sometimes too, and it might be a nightmare. However, the bottom line was this. She told me that she has to close this deal because she doesn't have enough money to pay her bills. And I'm like, so if that's the case, the way you behave and the way you text message me and the language you use is the last thing you should be doing if you really need that check. First of all, we are two professionals. We can make it work. as long as our clients are on board with us. I will never do anything against my clients who will. Of course, I can advise them, but even if in tough situations like this, I told them, listen, I would do this and this and that to get the deal going. I don't know if it's gonna get you the deal going, but the final word should be from the attorney. And that's what they were waiting for, actually, for Monday to come and just to talk to their attorney about everything. And he agreed with me. The seller gave enough credits or he did enough repairs for my clients to accept it. However, the other agent could have ruined the whole transaction if I wanted to be an a-hole. I could have easily made this transaction a nightmare. I could get offended. I could be impolite. But instead, I just picked up the phone and I talked to her like a person to a person. And this is what she actually sent me at the end of the conversation. So now we're kind of best friends and we're going to go out after I close this deal because obviously we worked everything out. It only takes like heart-to-heart conversation is never going to harm anyone. So that's how this deal got saved. I knew it's gonna be fine. I knew it from the beginning because I know myself, I know my clients. After all, I just told this agent, you should just take one day off a week because I think it's getting into your head. If you are always trying to get the deal happen, sometimes it's better to let go. I think last month I had like 3 transactions that were transactions from hell, and I just gave everything to my higher power and I said, listen, God, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It's in your hands now, and I'm not going to stress out about something that is beyond my control, right? But if we all put good energy, good vibes, and just put our hearts into it without being hostile and spiteful, if we only do good, it's going to be fine. Everything is going to fall into place. And that's what happened. I'm very happy about it. We're closing soon. Anyway, it's just like it was in the morning and it just made my day because I know I made her feel better. At that point, she didn't know that, we are going to close or not because my clients were still thinking about it. But at least I gave her some advice on how to take care of your mental health, because this business is very tough, especially if you have a few transactions at the time going on and they're very difficult transactions and difficult clients. And you definitely need to think about your mental health in this. So yes, I'm very proud of myself.